Right, welcome back. In news just further afield, Lesotho has instructed an indefinite night curfew from 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. The move to institute a curfew follows a brutal shooting of Lesotho's popular current affairs radio program, Ralikonelo Joki. According to the curfew, anyone who fails to comply and is convicted faces up to a year of imprisonment or a fine of up to 10,000 Maluti. Perhaps for this and more, SABC News Correspondent in Lesotho joins us for the latest. A very good afternoon to you, Rapelang. Thank you for your time. Perhaps you can just give us an update on the current situation in Lesotho right now.
Indeed, I thank you very much. Not really much happening, except now we have a bit of clarity that the minister says there was already a sort of a team that was set up to address this gross, violent, gun-related incidences. It is composed of the military, the police, and some special operations that will be taking place. So he was actually emphasizing that this will be a time between 10 and 4 that they can actually be able to target, because most of this horrific incidents, this is when the criminals take advantage in the nightfall, and they say they can at least start to curtail such that they can identify hotspots. The priority is really not to disallow Lesotho with their daily free movements, but they just want to have a period of which hopefully it should not be as indefinite or that goes on forever, but as soon as they can see some light to channel and specifically know exactly where to go, such that they can stop this criminal, violent, crime-related activities.
Rapelang, can you perhaps give us an update as to whether any suspects have been apprehended at this point? The motive for his murder, has that also been cleared? We also understand that he was one of the journalists who notably broke a story about 5 politicians involved in illegal alcohol trading back in 2021. Walk us through what's also emerging on that front.
Absolutely. Apparently, he was actually in a number of relatively hard pursuit of illegal activities. I'm told the latest he was involved in was certain high-profile individuals who had allocated themselves the government property sites. And that could have been one of the speculations, but we are still awaiting. The police are still not opening up as to whether they have a lead. To our best of our knowledge, we have not had any suspect in custody or any announcement leading to that retain. But I think as events unfold, his memorial service will be coming. We will start to gather some information. But you can see even the movement in town is slowing down as people begin to try and make sure that by the curfew, when it comes, everybody's at the safest place of their home.
So you've spoken about, what's led government ultimately instituting these curfews at this point. And I wonder if, there's an indication as we speak about the situation, when it will improve and when people will be allowed to move freely once again about at night. What's also emerging on that front?
I think we need to draw the ball and kick it back to government, because there's still quite a number of unexplained incidences, such as when the police stable or police station, they stole several guns from that particular police station from the north and from the south, quite a sizable number of guns that were stolen. We still haven't got a feedback as to whether there has been any positive progress or feedback, but we are just told that police will be cranking up their activities to make sure that the security is beefed up. You can see even the Prime Minister's security has suddenly beefed up. So I suspect there's a lot going on in the background that we may not know. Information is still quite sketchy. But I think we should start pressing other questions as to whether is it the nation that is expected to pay sacrifice by curtailing their movements? Does the government really, is it are they really doing enough to make sure that there are no loose ends that criminals can just run amok?
Absolutely. It obviously also brings the question about the various gun laws within the Kingdom of Lesotho. I wonder, just as we conclude, because you have touched on the memorial detail information that we're obviously going to get very soon, but as SADC or the AU at large come out to respond to this, what are neighboring countries saying?
We have so far seen the reactions from the media fraternity, the MISA, which is the regional body for the media institutes in Southern Africa. They have come up strongly because this is actually the second incident of this nature. We still have one newspaper journalist that was shot, and to my understanding, was actually, he did not die, but he really suffered almost permanent damages, and the court has been dragging on and on. So it is not an isolated incident. That is why I think everybody is shocked and wants to know whether is this a pattern, because if you look at how he was shot, there is that element that it is not just a random guy shooting. It is a bit specific, more targeted, and looks a bit professional. So the question is, who is behind?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, being shot 13 times was just some of the empirical evidence coming through as we speak. Let's leave the conversation there for now and monitor developments. Thank you very much for your time, Rapelang Radebe, our correspondent in Lesotho. Just giving us an update. Lesotho in a nationwide curfew. This follows the murder of investigative journalist Ralikonelo Joki. Again, a developing story that we will continue to monitor as it unfolds.